You got to make tackles. You got to be a willing participant to stick your face in there and tackle. And unfortunately, we just didn't do that tonight, and especially in the first half. Settled down, played a little better in the second half. And I like the way our guys responded in the game and came around and did respond in the second half and fought a little bit. So we'll continue to there'll be some bumps in the road. We said it last week. We'll continue to move forward and get better and improve our football team.
Will, did you think that the reshuffling of the offensive line, not coming back in at center, did that have something to do with the blocking, or was it just MSU's defense?
No, I think I credit those guys. I mean, I think that they whipped us twice on third down situations for sacks.
Yeah, the shotguns.
The first two third downs of the game, and then we had a hard time running it. They really jammed everything up inside. We went to some of the perimeter run game in the second half, which helped us. So I credit them. They whipped us.
What problems did you see with your defense and their quarterback and your success running?
You got to tackle. They're 70-yarder. We had three guys at the point of attack, so we're gonna work on tackling again tomorrow. But you got to like it.
Hang on.
You got to actually like to stick your face in there and tackle somebody. And we are where we are. We're going to improve. We're going to get better. We're going to do it. Guys are willing to do it. I can assure you of that. So it's hard to be a really good defensive player if you don't like to tackle. You don't really stick your face in the fan and like it. Just be honest with you. Cut to the chase, call it like it is. And we got some folks out there that, and you know what? We don't have a lot of options right now, but we're going to have some come moving forward.
Well, what did you think of McElwain's boys in the second half?
Thought he did a nice job. Thought he went in there and created some plays for us, and we'll evaluate the tape and moving forward. But again, I like our guys resolved in the second half to go out and compete. It was good.
What made you want to go with Brandon in the second half?
Well, we weren't doing anything in the first half, so we needed a change up. So at the end of the day, we felt like we just changed some things up. It's no different changing a receiver or running back or a tight end or an offensive lineman. You need to do something different.
Will, did you see enough from Brandon that you would think of starting him next week?
Well, we need to evaluate that right now. I don't want to step out on that, but again, it was not one position's fault. It was not Perry Orr's fault the way we played.
Was it a step back from last week as far as tackling goes? Did you like what you saw last week versus this week?
Yeah, but they create more space plays. So they create more one-on-ones the way they run their offense. So it was not as tight area tackles. Where when you miss a tight area tackle, it doesn't hurt you as much as opposed to a tackle in space when you miss one. And so again, we got to find some guys to tackle better.
Were you expecting as many of those RPOs and some of the things they were doing with the quarterback?
Yeah. Prepared for it. We had guys at the point of attack. Go back and watch the tapes. You'll see it.
You guys played two tight ends for a lot of the game. What kind of went into that?
Well, it creates an issue for the defense to prepare for as far as whether we're going to create some blocking surface issues, and we're not. And Hayden's a guy that can split out and do some things in the slot, so can KC. And I thought we did some decent things with those guys at times. We need to narrow down more about our identity and what we are, and we're going to do that.
Will, do you happen to know about Chaz Utter, Blake Camper? Those guys went down. I don't think they came back.
Chaz had some ribs, and I'll know more tomorrow about where those are, but he couldn't return to the game. Devo has a hamstring. In the first play of the game, we got it dialed up exactly the look we want. It's a touchdown. So we got to run through the catch, and he tweaked it there. Blake's got an ankle. I don't know how serious. Jacob had an ankle but was ready to return the game, and I think Corey Helms had either a knee. I think he's okay.
As you sit here right now, Will, what's your gut feeling that your identity should be or will be offensively?
Well, I think, moving forward, we got to be able to create more things in the run game. We had a hard time running the ball in the first half, and so whether it's quarterback legs or whatever it is, we've got to create some more things in the run game to be able to create some things for us explosively down the field. And so we'll go back and look at it and come up with some answers.
Is that blocking or more than blocking?
Well, it's a lot of things in my opinion. It's from the standpoint of the running back position, we got to have more guys step up. At times we cut some guys loose. Whether it's on the perimeter, because we did have some perimeter runs called, and you don't block on the perimeter as well. You get on the edges of guys, you don't get square down the middle. So there are several things at fault that we just need to get corrected.
quarterback rotation, forgive me if you already answered it, how did you come into the game thinking that would work, and how did
Well,
you
we
decide
want-
to make the switch?
Because of the way Perry played in the first game and his preparation, he's practiced well. And felt like he deserved the opportunity, and we just weren't getting anything going. And it wasn't all Perry's fault. I mean, Perry, the first ball was there. We should have made the play.